Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird, and welcome back to Lucid9. Without any further ado, let's get right back to where we left off last time. We were right here. Yeah, I don't think I have enough patience to deal with students. I meandered down the row of booths, apathically peering at any that seemed mildly entertaining. One man with a remarkably bushy mustache raises his fist in the air, yelling at the top of his lungs, "Do you love Japan? Join the Japanese self-defense today!" Wow, I thought those kinds of die-hard patriots only existed on TV. Any man who's able to follow orders can be seen as a hero of Japan! If you're still alive. Oh my god. Grenade! Cover it, soldier! What? But we could just run away! Jump on that grenade or I'll have you I don't know how to say that. Jump on that grenade or I'll have you court-martialed for insubordination! But I'll die! All the better. Hop to it! Yeah, not happening. I turn away from the booth. Everything I see is equally unpromising. Do you have a knack for cooking? Why not apply to Lyon Culinary School? Gather here, engineers, mathematicians, fellow countrymen. The biggest digital corporation in the world, Lemniscate, has positions open for you. Have you always wanted to help the hurting? Join us at the Comulus Therapy Center and transform the world one life at a time. A quick glance in the other direction reveals that I am to be the only one having trouble. Ah. Look at this blue-haired anime boy. Yep. He was definitely an anime protagonist once. I find Elizabeth in deep conversation with a police officer just a few feet away. Wouldn't have thought her to be the type. Maybe she's sucking up to them so they'll let her off for corporate fraud. Meh, I can't really judge her. At least she found something that she's interested in. Me, on the other hand, well, I have nothing. What's up? Can't find your life's calling? What? I turned to the source of the voice. A scraggly man slumped against a rickety folding chair. A warm beanie plopped on his head and a threadbare trench coat thrown over his shoulders. There's no sign on his booth. Is hobo a legitimate career? Ha! Youngsters these days. You hold your future in your own hands and you don't even know what to do with it. You're lucky, you know. There was a time when people didn't have the luxury of choosing their career. Upon second glance, I noticed that there are several rolling racks of books settled in the back of the booth. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to their genre. Science fiction, mystery, fantasy, young adult. But they're all under the same name. Are you a writer? He smiles when I ask him this. What? Surprised? Who'd you think I was? An adventurer? Globetrotter? A homeless guy, actually. He throws back his head and laughs. You've got life. You've got life. I can't wait to read your stories. Somehow I don't think that being a writer would fit me. Oh no. Oh, somebody help me! Whatever shall I do? Fear not, generic damsel in distress. I'm the hero! I lost the previous battle, so this is a heroic rematch where I'm guaranteed to win. How fortunate! After you win this final battle, I shall bestow you with an obligatory smooch of victory. Hey, you can't just ignore the villain. I got your girl, Yama. Oh, spare us with your evil gloating. It'll only lead to your downfall. But I gotta give a motive rant so that we understand your identity as a tragic villain? Nah, I'll just put that as a footnote. Okay, I tire of this needless banter. I've actually written the princess's backstory so that she's a badass in distress. What? But you didn't even foreshadow that! Too bad. I need to move the plot forward. Hi-ya! No! Yeah, I don't think it can come up with the original material. That's why you just rip off real life, you know? Thanks but no thanks. He shrugs apathetically as I walk away. Oh, what the fuck is this? A nearby small group of students catches my eye. They're gathered in front of a man in a long, sweeping lab coat. Although his voice is placid, there lies an undercurrent of power in every word he says. Life is a fragile thing. There is an unspeakable number of ways for the human body to fail, and even more for it to be broken. Death was accepted as an inevitable part of life, a natural stage in the cycle of this world. But it doesn't have to be that way. The man in the lab coat straightens as the students break into hurried whispers. Through research, we can create medicine that fights diseases and treats disorders, extending our lives exponentially, and maybe indefinitely. Ah, so he's a medical researcher. He fixes his gaze on each individual in the crowd, not in a hostile manner, but certainly in an unnerving one. A day may come when we can defy death. His eyes land on me. The intelligent arc of his brow and the commanding line of his jaw shift slightly as he examines me. I feel frozen beneath his piercing gaze. It isn't exactly uncomfortable, just strange. Eventually he turns away, adjusting the golden glasses that are... Yeah, those look golden to me. No! Those are clearly black or gray. They match the color of his hair, and I'm pretty sure his hair isn't gold. It's gray. Jeez. That's a failure in the writing or in the coloring, but whatever. Eventually he turns away, adjusting the golden glasses that are settled on the bridge of his nose. If you seek to make a lasting influence on the world, join us at Way Forward Pharmaceuticals in the research division. I almost said division. You know, French. I don't know. Together we can accomplish the impossible and prevent the inevitable. The crowd of students breaks into applause, their faces agape in wonder. I can only scoff. No one can defy death. Anyone who thinks otherwise is just delusional. As I turn away from the Way Forward booth, the PA hums to life. Attention students. Can you hear me? Attention students. Mayor Nori will be speaking at the center stage for 5 minutes. The students around me gasp audibly, breaking into frantic whispers. Mayor Nori? Here? In person? Our school's important, you know. Why wouldn't he come? Come on, let's get a good spot. I follow the massive throng of students gathering around the courtyard center stage. Oh my gosh. Sure enough, Masaru Inori, the ever-popular mayor of Isamu, is in the flesh. He gives the students a cordial wave from behind an impenetrable line of security guards. You know, back in my day, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. This distracts a laugh from the crowd. We always ditched Courier Day. We'd hop over to GFC. You should have seen it before it was renovated. and stuff ourselves on wings. They were only double S's at the time. Shows you how far we've come as a society, eh? The crowd chuckles again. Among them, I catch the distinct hint of Elizabeth's giggle. God. As usual, she's eagerly jotting notes on her phone, hanging on to the mayor's every word. The brunette girl who's always around Elizabeth is also next to her. Surprisingly, she seems equally engrossed in the speech. And yes, I hated career day. I thought it was a waste of time. Thought that they were restraining me at the time when all I wanted to do was explore myself sexually. Who I was, what I wanted to be. But later I realized that I was thinking about career day in the completely wrong way. It wasn't about deciding my future. It was about exploring possibilities. He allows a moment of thoughtful silence before he continues. The truth is, you'll probably change careers multiple times in your life. In fact, the average number of job changes is estimated to be 15 times. You could be in med school all your life, but have experience in construction, woodwork and design, architecture, statistics, engineering, maybe even ostrich babysitting or bicycle fishing. Elizabeth smiles into her hand as the students laugh like a perfectly timed track. But as far as the future is, you know what you don't want to do. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to go each day full of insecurities, doubts, fears. You don't want to be lied to and backstabbed or treated like a fake. I won't lie to you. It's a nasty world out there. But I think that we can all agree that regardless of who we are or where we're from, we each have a part to play in the safety of this country. So go on, explore. You guys are bright. And that you guys are in a better spot than I was. I thought I'd like nothing more than just become an anthropologist. Not that even I knew what that meant at the time. It just sounded cool. His parting sentence elicits another laugh as he steps off the stage, offering a final wave. The students erupt into cheers in response. I quickly shuffle away from the crowd before the noise overwhelms me. I don't want to like this guy. Heck, I don't want to like any politician, but he seems to be less evil than the others I've seen. Furthermore, he made a good speech. He came across intelligent but genuine. Two major opposites of politics. Maybe I'll vote in his re-election. Maybe. Hello, stranger. Oh. Hey, Miki. I abruptly stopped in my tracks, finally taking in what she's wearing. Well, you shall step. Which is putting it lightly. She's draped in a silken kimono that ripples around her figure like water, hair and set with a minimalistic ribbon and crystal pin. She could own the red carpet or a throne even with that outfit. Pretty, my mind supples unhelpfully. I quickly grind that part of my mind to dust. That's all you have to say? Well, what were you expecting? Poetry? Oh, dearest, you liken yourself to starlight, with eyes like the moon and a mouth like the purest golden flame the sun e'er to see. She promptly slaps me on the back. Very funny, Shakespeare, too. Shakespeare II. Although I am impressed, your recitation was pretty decent. I feel like she's insulting me, but she genuinely seems shocked. So what brings you here? Do you want to become a model? A what? Oh, no need to be embarrassed. Male models are hardly anything new. However, they do tend to be physically fit. Do you happen to have a six-pack? I'll pretend I heard none of that. What makes you think I would ever want to be a model? You're standing by my company's booth. We are a modeling company. Surprised. Surprised, I cast a quick glance behind her. Sure enough, a large banner reads Lotus Modeling above a tent with striking photo spreads. Hence the kimono, I assume. You assume correctly. So where's Ree? I haven't seen her all day. That awkward moment when... really? That's funny. She attends the school, right? What? Of course she does. So you've seen her today? Well, yeah. You didn't tell her about me? Hello, social drama. I missed you. Not. How can I word this delicately? Or better yet, avoid it completely? You should probably be getting back to your job. I have my eye on you, Yama. Do you really think I can't tell when you're lying? I believe in my ability to run away. Always the same, I see. I've made a mental note to harass you about it later. Until then, Yama. She floats back to her booth, greeting any curious glances with an effortless smile. A model. Her job is modeling. Somehow I find that a little underwhelming. I almost expected her to be involved in something drastic, like the Secret Service or the film industry, or even the Olympics. But modeling, where you pose and change and smile for hours and hours? Adventurous, stubborn Miki? It doesn't seem to fit her. Whatever. Guess it's none of my business anyway. Well, guys, that's the end of the episode. If you like this episode of Lucid9, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye.